Most women are following the wrong playbook when it comes to losing body fat. They're told to eat less, move more, cut out carbs, do tons of cardio, and yet that weight just stays stuck on your body, especially after 35 when you start running into hormonal issues like perimenopause and menopause. I've worked with thousands of women over the last 10 plus years of being a professional nutritionist, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, the solution is not more restriction or harder workouts. It's something that nobody else talks about. In this video, I'm gonna teach you exactly what I teach to my clients inside my full program to guarantee that they melt their body fat. This is actually how women lose weight. And the best part is, you only need to follow these 3 easy steps. Step number 1 is to set an unrealistic goal. And I know that sounds completely counterintuitive, but the reason you wanna do this is because it'll stop you from gaining and losing the same 10 pounds over and over again. That is so frustrating. This is how you stop it. Let me use an example. We have Mary 1 and Mary 2. They both want to lose 100 pounds of body fat. Mary 1 says, I'm gonna set a realistic goal of losing 10 pounds in a month. What are her options if she wants to lose 10 pounds in a month? She could do a keto, she could do a detox, she could do a cleanse, she could go low carb, she can count calories, track her protein. There's a million things she could do. Literally any diet could get her there. She could lose 10 pounds in a month. But it's gonna be hard to maintain those results. Let's say we have Mary 2, who has an unrealistic goal of losing 100 pounds of body fat and keeping it off forever. What are her options? She can't do anything except for one thing. She has to make it easy to lose weight. Why? Because if she tries to lose weight the hard way, like Mary 1 and her realistic goals, it's gonna be hard to maintain that weight loss. But with Mary 2 and her unrealistic goal, she can only lose weight the easy way because then it's easy to maintain that weight loss forever. So you should always set seemingly unrealistic goals because then you only have one option, and that's to make it really freaking easy. That brings me to step number 2, which is to create a forcing function. The reason you wanna do this is because it will make you highly consistent even on your worst day. If you can be consistent on your worst day, then you're gonna be successful forever because literally nothing will knock you off track. So what are forcing functions and what can you do to implement these? You can either spend a crap load of money or you can do it for someone else. Both of these are highly effective for women, and let me explain why. You have literally all of the free information you could possibly need to see your desired results right now on YouTube. Have you seen your desired results? No? Why is that? The information is free. It's out there. I'm literally giving it away right now. Why do personal trainers, why are there health coaches? Why do these still exist? It's because if you don't pay, you're not gonna pay attention to the advice. This is a fact. It is called the sunk cost, and you can use this to your advantage. People get whole college degrees with things they're not even interested in anymore. You will know someone if you went to college that was like 3 years in and they're like, well, I'm gonna finish my degree with this thing and I don't even wanna go into the career field anymore because they've already gone so far in and they've spent so much money on it already that they might as well get their money's worth. You can use this to your advantage if you use your investments strategically. And I'm not saying you have to join my program. You just need to spend a crap load of money towards what you actually want to achieve. If your goal is to lose weight, then you should set a vacation where you have to be physically active on that vacation a year from now. Will you get in shape before that? Depends on how much money you spent. If you spent half of your life savings on this dream trip where you have to be mobile, you have to be healthy, you have to be able to actually experience it to the fullest, you spend that money right now, you are gonna get your butt in gear and you are gonna be so freaking consistent with your sleep, your diet, your exercise, everything that you need. And suddenly all that free information on YouTube will actually start working. You could also pay to work with a personal trainer or health coach or join my full program and we can guarantee results for you. Let's use the personal trainer as an example. Let's say you have to pay $3,000 every single month for an entire year. But you can stop the payments as soon as you lost all the weight you want to lose. How consistent would you be with every single thing that that personal trainer said? If they said, I need you to go to bed at 8 p.m., you would change your whole life around so you wouldn't have to keep paying $3,000 a month. And I'm not saying you have to pay $3,000 a month, and my program isn't that expensive, but the point is that if you pay more, you are going to get better results because you have to get your money's worth. The other option is to do it for someone else. Women go above and beyond for other people, and they often put themselves last. And this bothers me so much, but you could actually use that to your advantage. If someone you loved needed a ride at 2 a.m., and you had no sleep and they needed to drive for hours, you would get up and you'd get your butt in the car and you drive them to where they need to be, no matter what you had going on in your life. It wouldn't matter if you need to work the next morning. You would go above and beyond for someone you love. You can use this to your advantage. If you can find someone that you care about that will be involved in your goals, you more than double your chances of success. We actually dropped the price of our program by 40% when women actually join with someone else for this reason. It's because it literally requires half the work from us if they can join with someone else. I mean, like, it is literally that effective. If you can find someone that you care about and they care about you, and you could do it with an accountability partner, then you are going to see the results you want to see because they are the ones you are doing it for, and you'll go above and beyond for someone you care about. Step number 3 is to focus on adding to your diet with zero restriction. And the reason for this is it creates a very healthy relationship with food and hunger. And if you were to add in more anti-obesity foods like Thomas grapes, blueberries, pears, green beans, there's 1 million of them. I could make more videos on them if you want. Those are the foods that I have my clients eat in order to melt their body fat without counting calories. But the point is that you want to focus on adding, because that will take up the room in your gut that won't be the foods that make you gain weight. This is by far the most effective way to lose body fat because it's really freaking easy. I did have one client that hit a weight loss plateau though when she started adding these foods. So I want to share this story as a warning so you don't hit a weight loss plateau. She went to one of my public speaking events, and during the talk, I said, you want to eat as many different anti-obesity foods as you possibly can, because having different colors and shades will actually feed your gut microbiome. It gets rid of inflammation naturally. It helps balance your hormones. It gets rid of chronic inflammatory conditions known as leaky gut. There's so many benefits. So she's like, all right, I got it. Add as many as I can. So she went through the entire week. Then we did our weekly check-in, and she told me, Abram, I can't do this anymore. I took your advice and I stopped losing weight. And I was like, whoa, you stopped losing weight? What happened? Tell me about it. And she's like, well, during your public speaking talk, you said eat as many anti-obesity foods as I possibly can. So I have been eating all day. Like, I literally cannot stop eating these foods. And the hard part is I really can't eat more and more and more like you recommended. I can only eat so much in a day to the point where I just feel like I'm going to puke. And I'm like, wait a second. How many of these foods are you eating? And she's like, you said add as many as I possibly can. I go until, I feel like I'm going to puke, and then I stop eating. And I was like, wait, no, I meant add as many as you possibly can as a replacement of part of your diet. And you want to have a wide variety of colors and shades in your diet because that's what feeds your gut microbiome. That's what gets rid of inflammation. That's what helps you lose body fat in the easiest possible way. And she's like, wait, I'm not supposed to eat to the point of nausea? And I was like, no, you're not supposed to eat till you feel like puking. I meant a wide variety, not eat to the point of nausea. And she's like, oh, okay. So the crazy part was she ate to the point of nausea every single day, and she didn't gain a pound. She literally didn't even gain any weight when she's eating to the point of nausea. It is physically impossible to gain weight eating these foods, even if you stuff your freaking face with them. So obviously she didn't keep doing that. She started eating like a normal person again, and all the weight started coming off again. So the point is, you want to focus on adding more of these anti-obesity foods to your diet because they are physically impossible to overeat. If you want to see future videos on those, let me know. That's what I have my full clients do in order to melt their body fat, guaranteed. And these 3 steps are exactly what I teach to my clients in my full program in order to guarantee results. That is what actually helps women lose weight. But if you've hit a weight loss plateau, the number 1 cause is actually something called cellular fire. This is very common in women in perimenopause and menopause because you will not be able to lose weight even in a calorie deficit because this is a form of inflammation. If you would like a free at-home cellular fire assessment from one of the coaches on my team, I'm happy to do that. Just go to the first link in the description. You can learn a lot more and apply for that. Or if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would love that. And then watch this next video that goes over the biggest lessons I've learned over the last 10 plus years of being a woman's health coach and helping thousands of women melt their body fat without counting calories. Love you all.